Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit more about protein and which ones to take. There's so many different ones out there, so it can be a little bit intimidating, daunting, knowing which one's going to be best for you and your nutrition and fitness goals. Let's get to just the basics. What is a protein powder? For those of you who have never taken a protein powder, pretty much what it is it's a broken down form of a protein source. Pretty simple. Really what it is it's a pre-broken down way to essentially get amino acids into your body. So it kind of straddles the line between like regular food and a supplement. I'm always big on food over supplements, but at the end of the day, sometimes getting in the correct amount of protein or convenient wise, any excuse that we have, sometimes just having that protein shake is going to be the easiest way for you to maximize and optimize you getting your protein in. So many people that I talk to or I do nutrition coaching with really struggle getting enough protein within their diet. So adding in and supplementing essentially a protein powder is going to be a quick and easy way to make sure that we're hitting those numbers that we need to get in order to have the optimal amount of protein we need in a day. Okay, so picking which protein powder or which brand can be daunting. People send me every example. They're like, oh, I'm going to Costco, I'm going to Target, I'm going to Walmart. Not to say that there's not great protein sources there, but the one thing that I recommend whenever you're picking any sort of protein powder is to make sure that it is third-party tested. And here's why. You want to make sure what you are getting is what is on the label. Having a supplement that's third-party tested is super important. Reason why is so many companies don't do that, but really at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're not getting something that has cross-contamination. You're actually getting what you're paying for. And there's just so many health benefits to making sure that what you're getting is a quality product. Another thing that you want to look for is making sure that there is complete transparency in the labeling. Here's why. You don't want to get something that says just a blend of something. It's like when you go buy an ingredient from the grocery store and it has artificial flavoring or so-and-so flavoring and you don't even know what that is. So it's super important that when you are looking at a supplement and are looking at the label, that you're getting something that has the exact breakdown of what is in the product. Okay, so one thing that you do want to look at when you're looking at a protein supplement is the amino acid breakdown. So first thing is leucine. So leucine, think about it like this. It's an amino acid. It's really important to think of it like the signal that is going to help build lean muscle. What's super important is on the plant-based protein side of things is if you are taking a plant-based supplement, you want to make sure that you are looking at the leucine levels because you're going to need a little bit more bang for your buck. You're going to need a little bit more higher levels. And if you see things like blends, you're not going to be able to identify exactly how much of it that you need in order to optimize what you're taking in. Okay, so first we have our whey protein. So our whey protein is a natural byproduct of milk. So what's the difference between whey and a whey isolate? So basically what a whey isolate is it's basically filtrated down to where the majority of the carbohydrates and the fats are removed out of the protein source. So it's going to be a little bit more easily digestible, but it doesn't have the extra calories from fat or carbohydrates that you'll find in a traditional whey. Generally, most people will benefit from taking a whey isolate. It's broken down a little bit more, so it's easier digestible for most individuals. But there are those individuals who do have GI issues, or whether you're vegan or things like that. So that's where I tend to recommend having a plant-based protein instead. So removing that dairy and instead having a pea or rice or some other form of protein powder in order to make sure that we're leaving a little bit of the GI distress that may be coming from whey. When you're looking at your vegan protein sources, so vegan protein sources can come from pea, brown rice, hemp, but what you want to look at is it is a supplement. So you want to make sure that it has a complete amino acid breakdown because we are supplementing it. The difference with collagen is think about it like this. Collagen protein is going to be different than your whey or even your vegan-based protein. So it is not necessarily primary function is to help build lean muscle, but what it does is it helps basically, how do I explain it? It's going to help with primary tissue functions within the body. Let's talk a little bit about casein, because not quite as popular, but you will find it in a blend, or you can also find casein on it. Okay, so whey versus casein. So think about it like this. Whey is going to be higher in EAAs, BCAAs, as well as leucine compared to casein. The biggest difference between whey and casein is going to be the speed of digestion. So as well, whey is great at promoting muscle gain. Casein is going to be better at promoting or basically decreasing muscle breakdown. So those are kind of the difference of that, mainly because it is slower digested. So taking it in the evening before you go to bed is going to be a beneficial time to take casein, whereas a whey isolate would be optimized post-workout. The whey is going to be quickly digestible, whereas casein can take up to 7 hours for your body to digest, depending on how much that you actually take. Plant-based myself, I go for the vegan-based proteins powders. And finding those are the ones that are gonna taste good, but also to have that complete amino acid profile. So think about it like this. When you are choosing which correct protein powder is going to be best for you, what I want you to think about is, one, identify what your goals are, identify your nutrition, and also two, identify how it makes your body feel too as well.